As he doesn't even train. I know I don't. I don't need to train, dude. I'm a fucking unit anyway. Why do British people sound American when they sing? The sun goes down, the stars come out. We don't. We don't at all. That's an English song. If I was singing an American song, I'd sing some shit like, you know, whatever it is. Impression of Chandler watch. What's an American? What's a real American song? Impression of Chandler watching that Lewis TKO. Well, honey, this one's. We should adopt this one. I don't know. Who wins, Prime GPS or Ian Garry? No bias. If the GPS is directing him back to his fucking chair in the corner of the room, then I think it's the GPS, to be honest with you. Aljo, the greatest fighter of all time? No. Those vocals are exactly why your father never let you touch his guitar. I don't think they're that bad. Come on, mate. That's unfortunate. Two Door Cinema Club? I think so, yeah. I think if they're... I don't care, just what you know. But you've known it the whole time. Yeah, you've known it the whole time. Is that Two Door Cinema Club? Most mystic prediction for this next card. Well, Holloway, I think, is going to win. I've been on that. I haven't started doing predictions yet. Sunday, I'm normally dead from the Saturday, so I just think I'm just going to go live from now on, at least. Most mystic prediction. I'm going to go Kopylov over Costa. Let's see here. God, what a shit card, man. What a dog shit card. I don't know who to go for in Vettori versus Allen. But, yeah. For some weird reason, I could see Kyler Phillips getting it done over Vinicius Oliveira, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure who to pick yet, so I need to do some extra investigations, you know? Ryan Span's still around. Fucking hell, man. What are the UFC doing? I don't understand why they keep people around so long. Just giving free careers to people that are dog shit. Yes or no, chat? Once a fighter has proven that they're dog shit, fucking get rid of them. Like, straight up get rid of them. Like, if Ryan Spann can't win a fight at light heavyweight, and then he goes to heavyweight and he's throwing wheel kicks while he's fucking rocked, he's on a good contract. They're probably paying Ryan Spann 70 for 70. You know what I mean? Because he has wins in the UFC. He beat Reyes, he has certain wins. But once we know that he just fluked a KO punch over Reyes and didn't do fuck all much else in his career, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? Get rid of him. They got rid of Vucenic? Exactly. And Vucenic actually has some talent, but just had a hard first two fights. But once someone proven that they're throwing wheel kicks while they're rocked, I get ship them off. And Vucenic's going to be back, dude. I promise. I want to see Bedtime chest down, arse up for doubling down that it was an early stoppage. Even his comment section got serious for a second to tell him. Oh, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, but here's the thing, chat. Bottom line. If you cheat to escape being finished, that counts as you being finished. End of discussion. No, there's no discussion to be had on this topic. I don't know why. I don't know if Bedtime is how serious he is about that, though. He might have been joking about it. I don't know. But I know that he picked Taliesin Teixeira because he, I don't know. I guess he taller guy, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. If you cheat to escape a finishing move, then you should be. The fight should be called off and you should be finished. End of discussion. It's like someone eye poking someone to get out of being choked. Like, come on. Lion King whistle. Hi, Guru. It's my birthday. Can you wish me a happy birthday by any chance? Happy birthday, Tyler Williams. Thank you for the £5, dude. I hope you enjoy your day. 1 a.m. on a Sunday on your birthday, mate. Thank you very much for the £5, Tyler Williams. I hope you're doing good, brother. Guru, the Twitter spaces got ruined. Yeah, I know. Fighters used to jump in, but I feel like fighters don't jump in anymore, and it's just racists. Which is cool, but, like, I don't know. I just want to have a chat now and then and not do edgelord stuff non-stop, you know. Thank you for the $5, Garen Dunlap. You said the crowd in Nashville was shit. I was there and the place was electric. Been to several events. The Lewis finish was the loudest I've heard them. All right, well, someone in my comment section said that they were muting the audio for some TV viewers, so maybe that was a TNT Sports thing. But I swear to God, after every fight, I couldn't hear the crowd. So, I don't know. Maybe they muted the crowd audio. I'm not sure. Dance for me, boy. October 11th is your date. Thank you for the $10, Ethan, on everything. What's up, man? Hot take. DDP is not the heel of middleweight because every beef he's been in, bro was either not the aggressor like Strickland or was in the right like against Adesanya. Bro is a lawful rage baiter. Yeah, he's just the ultimate counterattack. He's the ultimate verbal counterattack. You know? He does take it... Well, to be honest with you, yeah, he took the Strickland thing to a different level. Fair, but it was a response. He didn't take the Adesanya stuff to a different level. He barely gave Adesanya like 10% of the energy that Adesanya was giving him. Like, how is Adesanya the one crying on stage? Because Drickus said that he grew up with servants, which he did, by the way. and something about a dog, which he touched inappropriately and has had a lot of posts suggesting things and followed a dog porn page. But Adesanya's like disgracing his entire lineage and heritage and ethnicity and nationality and all of that, going into ancestry shit, and Drickus is just not even emotional in whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's actually insane. Actually insane. The amount that Adesanya went in on Drickus and he didn't have any shred of emotion. But then Drickus just went back at like some real shit that Adesanya actually has existed. That is Adesanya. He just showed Adesanya reality and he cried. Crazy. Did you see the comedian Jones saw with his LA boy took down the video you cited talking about the whole thing? His channel was called Noodle. I did see it. I didn't see that he took it down, but I'm glad you told me now. At least I've got it on my channel. Zulo. Give me an impression of Conor McGregor buying coke. That'll be immortalized forever on my channel, don't you worry. With 1 million views. Nearly. Give me an impression of Conor McGregor buying coke. I'll take the lot. No. Give me all of it. Every fucking box of cocaine, yeah? Peak bench, squat, and deadlift. I have no idea. No idea on squat. No idea on deadlift. I could bench 100 kg when I was 15, 16. So I could probably do a lot more than that now. But I don't know. Thank you for the $2. I don't lift heavy. I don't even lift. Impression of Moreno and Buscemi arguing over Legos. Hey, man, don't touch my Legos, man. I'll shoot you, man. If you touch my fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, fucking Curse of the Black Pearl, collector's edition thing and bang, I'll kill you. I don't know. Tom, I want evil bastard. I want dirty evil bastard. That absolute creep. That lowly coward who needs to be slept by me. Rogan. Matt Mitrione, folks. Yeah. You see Max coping against Ilia? I did see that. He said he doesn't hit as powerful. Which I understand, but you're nitpicking at that point just to not give him credit for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you saying Gaethje hit harder, man? He barely did anything to you in the fight. Yes or no chat as well. Holloway, in my opinion, yeah, Holloway over-exaggerates the knockdown from Gaethje as well, just to give him praise and be like a good guy that gives him praise. Don't you think? That knockdown from Gaethje was some baby shit. Who's with me on that? Dude, he barely knocked Max off balance, and Max was fine. Like, on the way down, he was completely coherent, and he got right back up. You know? And Holloway acts like that was the fucking craziest thing he's ever been hit with, and it's just like, dude, I understand trying to give opponents praise because you fucking humiliated him face down at the end at UFC 300, but I think it was mostly balanced. Like, I feel like Ilia 100% hits harder. Like, yes or no, chat, Ilia Topuria catches Fiziev clean, he's going out. Let's go through Gaethje opponents. Ilia Topuria catches Fiziev clean with some shit. He's going out. He's getting finished. If Ilia catches him with that uppercut, with that hook that Gaethje did, he's done. I reckon I don't think Fiziev has this granite chin, you know? He's got a good chin, but, you know, I do think Ilia hits harder than Gaethje. Or he's just a more devastating knockout puncher. Maybe he doesn't hit harder. Who knows? Maybe that's the technicality here. Ilia more precise, not more powerful. Okay. Holloway said Ilia wins are overrated. Alright, well, it's all good. Impression of McGregor with a whip telling... No. Impression of Conor telling Dana to dance for him. Dance for me, boy. And you'll dance for me. Put the oil on your fucking bald head and dance for me, boy. And I'll decide if you're worthy. Guy above said it, but as much as I love Max, the Ilia cope is gay. Yeah, it is kind of copey, yeah. You know what's more sad than that, though? Paulo Costa not responding to me asking for an interview. Dreadful. Thoughts on Lewis versus Costa? What Lewis versus Costa can happen? Wildo Cortez Acosta versus Derrick Lewis. Acosta, you mean? I don't see what other Lewis versus Costa can happen. So, yeah, Wildo Cortez Acosta's fighting Sergey Pavlovich. Left lane roots against his own countrymen. Lucas abandoned us. Bedtime is unfunny and hates the fun fighters. Joey is fat. I'm here. Don't worry, guys. You'll always have the MMA guru. The Roblox character of MMA YouTube. Thoughts on McKinney pushing for him versus Chandler? I don't know if you want to be a part of his fucking children, but I don't know, man. I don't think that's the move. I think McKinney has barely got above, like he's barely kept himself afloat from bottom feeder level lightweight, if we're calling it what it is. You know? Borshev, Hadzovic. Like, well done, McKinney. You're not the worst lightweight in the UFC. Proven. You know? You're not one of the 10 worst lightweights we have on the roster. Now, time for some fucking, you know, tests in the UFC. Do an impression of Paddy the Batty. Oh, my God. Paddy the Batty making a hole-in-one in golf. Lad, I've done it, lad. Get in there, lad. It's a fucking time, lad. I'm not fucking that fucking Tiger Woods, lad. We need some heavyweight tough season to build some depth. Yeah, but if they're all fat, then don't let them in. Honestly, chat, yes or no? Fuck training. Fuck records. Fuck what gym they come out of. If they're fat, they ain't allowed in. Straight up. You're not going to be a champion. You're not going to be a top contender. End of fucking discussion. If you're morbidly obese, you're just straight up not allowed in. That needs to be a fucking requirement. Straight up. I don't care if you've beaten guys before. I really don't care. Just bring athletes in, dude. If someone's like reasonably athletic, bring them in. They don't even have to have a record. Dude, DC's not fat like these guys are fat. You say what about DC, but chat, yes or no, DC's not really fat. When he was in his career, he wasn't a fat guy. Derrick Lewis was genuinely a fucking unit with a thin layer of fat over the top of him. Well, if you really know DC, dude, he wasn't as fat in his fighting days. He wasn't, no. People called him fat because he didn't have abs. But that's just his build because he has inverted ribs. But he was a fucking unit, dude. Thank you very much. I mean, look at DC during his wrestling days. How fucking yoked he was, you know, when he was a little leaner. He just had to put on some fucking, you know, to use his strength as his advantage. Diamond gonna chin Max. I don't see it. Impression of McGregor. I think Poirier has looked quite bad in his last few fights. I'll be honest. Even against Makhachev. And that's crazy, but takedown defense-wise, he looked good. But in his striking, I think he's looked quite bad his last few. Impression of McGregor yelling at Ian Garry in the corner while Connor's dogging. Yeah, that's it. And 10th of October's your date. And you can have a chance at fucking licking it. Once I'm done with that, yeah? And I'll see if you're worthy. Imagine if Ilia becomes double champ, beats Islam just to lose to some fat English dude. Well, dude, that's just how it is, dude. Don't matter if the English dude's fat, he's English. Main character, mate. We don't make the rules. We don't make the rules, dude. English people are main characters, so that'd be some main character shit if Pimblett were to pull it off. Go on, Pimblett, dude. Paddy the fucking Paddy, lad. Ilia would have even won a decision. Versus Max 2. I think he would have won. It was more likely 2-0 Ilia than anything going into that third round, and he would have won the third. Jackson Pod on a downfall. Honest opinion on the reports that get to ask questions. Wish there were more who were brought out, you know? Brought out. Yeah, I don't know what about brought out or anything like that. I don't know. Jackson Pod had some decent guests on. I don't know, man. Jackson Pod is good. Let them do their thing, you know what I mean? As long as they're not fucking ruining Bryce for the boys, then they're fine. You know what I mean? I don't think they're that bad. I don't watch him, but you don't have to watch him. Honest opinion on the reports that get to ask. The reporters that get to... They're retarded. Reporters that get to ask questions are fucking retarded, guys. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate the $5. Sup, Julius? You reckon RDR beats Whitaker in goofy fashion? I think so. We will be pushing for DDP versus RDR. We, yes, me and RDR are one. Fraud check that boa. Okay, he's not going to beat DDP. Impression of Joe Rogan watching Mike Tyson's buns out on live TV. Oh, unbelievable. What a set of cheeks, folks. Thank you very much. Bring back... Were you surprised on Cater's performance? No. No, he's looked shit for the last few years. He's done, I think. His ACL's cooked. He can't even generate force moving forward anymore. Do you rate Jake Matthews, and who should he fight to crack into the top 15? Give him like Neil Magny or something, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's not like an illustrious matchup or anything like that, like give him Neil Magny, give him, you know, I mean, I don't know really. One of those ones. Give him one of them. Yeah, I'm saying one of them type matchups, type beat. Maybe a Gilbert Burns. I don't know what they're going to do with him, man. It's tricky. Maybe Luke K. Give him Luke K. Jake Matthews versus Luke K would probably be a bit of a scrap, so let's do that. They'll probably trade in the pocket. People forget, man. McKinney tried to dox you. He did. He tried to dox my family. Impression of McGregor ordering and I had proof of it, and he denied it, and I proved him wrong. It was hilarious. Impression of McGregor ordering an escort, and it turns out to be Lauren Murphy, and he screams in horror. Impression of McGregor ordering an escort, and it turns out to be Lauren Murphy, and he screams in horror. Here she's just arrived. Here she comes, alright. Alright, I'm ready to see her. Holy fuck! It was like that fucking, man, gremlins. It was they told you not to feed them past fucking 10 p.m. yet. You should have listened to Song You Dong Me. Oh, God, there's so many. Impression of El Disgusto being eaten by Derrick Lewis. Gee wee whiz. Rogan isn't on commentary for 318 for some reason. Good. Used to work at JD Sports. Once a woman watched as her downy son chased me around the store trying to grab my mitt. Yeah, women don't like fucking discipline. Was she white? Thank you for the 19 months of membership. The kid was Down syndrome and she's not disciplining him. So I imagine that she was a white woman. We need more anti-Semitism and racism. Okay, thank you for the $10. Was the Wonder Boy... There's no such thing, by the way. Was the Wonder Boy fight actually a robbery? No, the third round was close. I just don't like that people get like rewarded like as winning while they're stalling out the fight and avoiding it at all costs. But the third round was very close, actually. I watched it back. I fired. 100% agree. No heavyweight needs to be 30% body fat. No chance. Thank you for the £5. I appreciate you. Vucenic wants on the Cage Warriors in November, so he's going for the Bukowskis route. Needs back at 145. I think he needs to be 145 as well. Don't even know if he'd beat Tugarev, interim Cage Warriors lightweight champion. Yeah, thank you for the £5. I'm not sure either, man. But dude, I believe in Vucenic, dude. I believe in the process, dude. You live that martial arts life, you'll make it, dude. You'll get there one day. If you're just like, yes or no, chat. If you just exist for long enough as a better than worse like MMA fighter, you're bound to see the UFC someday. You know what I mean? And see some level of UFC success. Don't you think? So even if you don't get there when you want to get there, or you don't get there when you're undefeated, if you just stay like a reasonably high winning percentage fighter on the MMA regional scene, you're bound to get a call up at some point. You're bound to get brought back in. Unless you're making money elsewhere, of course. But that's if you want to be a UFC fighter, this is. Some fighters don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just need to be you just need to be on average coming off of a win or two. You know what I mean? Even if sometimes you lose. You know what I'm saying? If you're on average on a 2-fight win streak on the regional scene, the UFC's got you on their radar. Tom losing to Gane via split, then brutally flatlined by Lewis, and finally leg locked by Walker, destroying his leg forever and retiring. John troll tweet. Yeah, don't come to school tomorrow if that happens, mate. Impression of Paddy walking in on Molly, going ham for some vag, and he's absolutely disgusted, but he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. All right, Molly, wake up. We got a fucking sparring session to get to, love. Holy fucking hell, lad. Lad, women need to stop fucking eating, lad. Well, you're not supposed to see me like this, love. This was supposed to be private.
You weren't supposed to find out like this, laddie.
I don't know. What am I doing, man? Fuck am I doing? I'm not even paying attention half the time. Thank you for the $5, dude. What about Shamil the Blob? He's not bad. True, but like, he's a rare case. Impression of Ariel Helwani sacrificing Shara Magomedov for the third Solomon's Temple. I don't know, man. Thank you for the 5. There you go. That's the Ariel noise. I don't know what that even means. I really do believe they should have done Gaziev versus Teixeira instead of Lewis versus Teixeira. Yeah, maybe. But hey, you can't beat Lewis. You ain't good enough. How far has DC risen on your GOAT list? He's gone up since my reprogramming, but I'm not sure. I haven't moved him yet. Have you reacted to John Jones's DMs? Yeah, I saw them. Yeah, that was a while ago now. I haven't made a video about it, but I saw him. Love the Mighty Guru cast, by the way. Thank you, man. Thank you for the $2. Oh, I have a fucking message about that. But I'm ignoring 3 other people. Alright, I'll have to fucking stress about that tomorrow and fucking rip my hair about why things can't just work as they normally do and everything has to change. You need to change something. I don't know, man. The White House event might not happen because the whole Jeffrey Epstein. I'll figure it out though. The White House event might not happen because of the whole Jeffrey Epstein fiasco. I don't think that's going to change anything, man. They're just going to keep rolling the show as they do. If anything, it's more reason to put on the White House event. Yes or no, chat? Thank you for the $2, though. Yeah, I love doing the Mighty Guru cast as well. We're going to do one after the 318 card. Dude, this is more reason to do the White House event after the Jeffrey Epstein thing to just try and distract. Who is the bigger cock? Nina's boyfriend or Ian? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Impression of Tokos paying £100 for a Cali pack of Rogan? Yeah, bro, this shit's fucking banging, cuz. Ruffy versus Fiziev or Huffy versus Benoit or Chandler? Sure. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, they could do some of those fights. Put some respect on Roy Nelson's name. I think Fiziev beats Huffy, though. I'm going to be real. Put some respect on Roy Nelson's name. No. Here are just a few scorecards from Mike Bell. 30-27 Hanat over Lille. 29-28 Batista over Aldo. 29-28 Nasrat over Ribovic. Chat, I'm going to be real. 29-28 Bomb Firm over Thompson. Going to be real, chat. Nasrat over Ribovic wasn't a robbery. I've watched it back a few times since the fight because it was so good. Nasrat versus Ribovic wasn't that bad. Ribovic was throwing a lot, but a lot of it was like useless shit that he was throwing. And Nasrat was stinging him with some good shots in that fight, I'll be real. And he was pressuring a lot as well. So that was a very close fight. But I agree with the rest that they are big bullshit. Thank you for the $5, Matt Borgerson, son of a burger. What is going on with the UFC? Why is boxing winning so insanely? Boxing these 2 weeks has been stacked, yet UFC can't deliver like that. Why? Because boxing has not delivered for so long, so it's about fucking time that it delivered for a year or two. That's one reason. And part 2 is because we have no one working for the UFC. There's no one in the UFC that are actually working a job. There are people that do the events and camera crews and production staff and all of this. They work. They try really hard and they make the show run, but the promotion office in the UFC doesn't exist. There is no promotion. It doesn't exist. There's automated Instagram posts and YouTube posts. A 12-year-old could do that. They've probably, the bit that hurts me is they probably have a team of about 50 experts in promotion, and this is what they figured out. So that hurts me more. I'd fucking wilt that team down to about 5 people. That's what I'd do. Tom versus Evil DC. Derek, you think it goes past 1? Sure. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate you. Evil DC. Derek. I don't think he's Evil DC. He's not really evil. I think Tom would finish him. I honestly think Tom would just faint at him and Derek would probably like overreact to it a bunch. And then Tom would just chew up his leg on the outside and then put him away. Crazy how Ilia was set to make his debut in 2018 against Peter Yan. Imagine if it actually went down. I know, dude. That'd be a fucking banger. An absolute banger. Impression of Rogan talking about John Jones not having to train. He doesn't even fucking train. Yet he still pushes in championship rounds. I wonder what that is. He's just an outlier. BKFC 2, the press conferences are fire. Where is the energy from the UFC gone? I'm almost ready to not tune in until pay-per-view anymore, I know. Let's face it, chat. Real UFC fans don't tune in until the pay-per-view. Let's just keep it real. No, Kevin Vallejos isn't in the chat. It's a fake account. But still, real ones don't watch the UFC Countdown, dude. I don't watch UFC Countdown. I don't watch UFC Embedded. I don't watch any of it. It's the same shit every time, man. I just show up to the fights now. It's the fights that I care about. If something actually interesting promotion-wise piques my interest, then I'll put full force into it, you know what I mean? And I'll actually make videos about it and all of that type of stuff. But, dude, the build-up to fucking cards are awful. No point watching the Countdown. No point watching Embedded. It's useless. See the guy break an eating record held by Paddy? Damn, dude. Pimblett's got a new focus on his mind. Forget the Ilia to Puria fight, dude. He's got a different mission he's got a different belt he needs to claim. A more important one for him. Hey, Guru, I'm on a break at work. Been pushing fat people in wheelchairs all day. Another hot take. No, I don't know. Thank you for the $5. Are they in a wheelchair because they're fat, or are they fat because they're in a wheelchair? It depends, you know what I mean? That depends how I feel about them. I think Paddy is related to the guy who does Rodney Trotter in Only Fools and Horses. He does look a bit like him. Yeah, what's good, Rodney? Oh, don't be silly, Rodney. Yeah, I remember Rodney. He has the same haircut, I guess. But that guy's a bit taller, though. He looks like he was about 6'4". For sure agree. Some guys just don't even need to be in the UFC. DeFries can be Burger King at KSW and get paid way more than he'd get in the UFC. I agree, yeah. There's certain fighters where you can see it in them, like being in the UFC is their ultimate goal. You know? They should be valued more than fighters who don't care about that shit. On a real. Those are the fighters you should value in the UFC more. Impression of Chandler finding DC. I don't know if Phil DeFries wants to be in the UFC, though. Maybe he does. In which case, bring him in, dude. He probably beats a few fighters. He probably could beat Tybura. Impression of Chandler finding DC's truck in his garage. Oh, come on, kids. Lewis chins Aspinall. He doesn't. What happens to the darky from... I don't know. Don't say that, though. He's in South Africa. He hasn't left. When we went back there, he just decided to stay. No, his parents made him stay because they said he was... I don't even know what the situation was, but his parents told him to stay. Is an undefeated record overrated in 2025? No, because there are no undefeated records. So actually, probably, yeah, because they're all no longer being undefeated once they come around undefeated. So, yeah. Impression of Hap Chandler versus McGregor Jr. in 20 years? No, that's my bike! Mom, he's in our neighborhood again, taking our bike! I'm telling you, this is the third time he's done it. Shit, man, don't be saying that shit now. Some shit like that, I don't know. I don't know how the fight's going to go down, but something along those lines. I told you this neighborhood wasn't safe. Thank you for the $5 Australian. $3.19 looks even worse than $3.18. What are you doing? What are you going to do about this? I don't know what I can do about it. But $3.19 unironically looks better than $3.18, so you're incorrect there. But they're both bad. Let's get a Lion King whistle dance. Robberies that aren't really robberies is a good one. I know it's tough, but I didn't think that Ige Barboza or Rakic Vulcan was that bad. True. Aldo versus Moraes too. I thought Moraes beat Aldo. I always had that take. Moraes clearly beat Aldo, in my opinion, 2-1. He outstruck him in the third round. He just did. He out-significantly struck Aldo in the third round. So I agree. Rakic Vulcan. I remember throwing a fuss about it, but then being like, you know what, visible damage on his leg, right? He had a hematoma on his leg. So I was like, you know what, maybe, you know. Yeah. I did think that Barboza beat Ige, though. But it was close. Thank you for the $5. Thoughts on RIZIN as a promotion? Think it's more entertaining in a way, but UFC obviously has the better fighters. Love the videos, man. Keep it up. No problem, Isaac Buchanan. I appreciate the $5, dude. RIZIN as a promotion. They're good. They have good fighters. It is more entertaining in a way with the show of it all and rule sets, grounded kicks, soccer kicks, and things like that. So, stomps. They're all cool. Love the videos, man. Keep it up. Thank you very much for the $5. Yeah, UFC obviously has better fighters. RIZIN's basically a regional promotion, basically. So, yeah, obviously. But yeah, RIZIN's good.